Jasper!
Now what does the sugar do in the sauce?
Adds sweetness, adds a contrast. If you don't, it's all going to be tartness, and you won't have any kind of sweetness.
It's going to be acidity from
sauce.
tomatoes.
Right, you'll have
and then
tart and this acid and nothing else. Alright. So now we got to stir all that in, and then we add our final ingredients, and then the meat.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side fifth. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her pill. I'm half kind of European mix. European style, Asian fusion style tips. Greasy hair. Pasta once a week. The authentic style, Asian fusion style, Italian.
Guess what else we're going to add?
What?
Sausage. Italian sausage. That's going to go in here too.
I love sausage. I have had many varieties.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side fifth. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her pill. Why do you pretend to be Italian? I don't. I'm not full-blooded Italian. That'd be ridiculous for me to claim. I am a quarter Italian. I am 1/4 Polish, and then I'm half kind of European mix.
I understand that people right now are so hyped for the gifted memberships, and I'm very grateful for that. I mean, thank you. But I hope that that doesn't mean that people are going to forego tipping, because that would put me in a bad situation. And in particular, I don't know why you guys, okay, why are you laughing? Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Why are you laughing? Oh, so hilarious that this guy has stuff financially tight. I literally can't afford stuff on Tuesday on my day off, and you're gonna laugh? Oh, that's funny. When you can't go and do something with your family on your day off, your one day off for the week when you're working full-time 6 days a week. That's funny, right? No, it's not fucking funny. Now shut up. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Huh? Huh? Huh?
This one's for all my baby girls.
The topic I want to discuss is depression. Depression is not a joke. It's not something to be joked about, by the way. You are not alone. You are not a horrible person because you have this. It's not your fault. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me. It's WWE Champions time.
It's been tough. Over the last decade. It has. It's been tough. It's been tough. Over the last decade. It has. It's been tough. It's been tough. Phil's a beggar, Phil's fat, Phil's a loser. It's been tough. Phil's a faggot, Phil's fat, Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. It's been tough. Phil's a beggar, Phil's fat, Phil's a loser. It's been tough. Phil's a faggot, Phil's fat, Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar.
Super Meat Boy is in the stream chat, whining and complaining, saying that I never talk to anyone unless they tip me or they send me money, which is completely false. All he's been doing is sitting there all night complaining that he's depressed and no one cares. And everyone's basically ignoring him because you're like, dude, we just don't care. You know, you come in, the first thing you say is you're depressed. And what are we supposed to say to that? Now he expects that I'm going to derail the whole stream to talk to him live. So let's do it. Super Meat Boy, how you doing? You're really depressed tonight, huh? You're really depressed.
Why do I say I'm not a children's entertainer? Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun. I'm a legitimate gamer. Big up Skier Dad. I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in then put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing, doing weird things, constantly on camera. I need banana, tasty banana, put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in then put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in then put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
When we hit the 250 vestry for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest. There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles all over my PlayStation 4 controller. There's bubbles on my microphone stand. There's bubbles everywhere tonight.
Right now, for the next week, I'm literally strapped for cash. The only money I'll have is tips coming in on the streams. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. So now in the next few days, I have to raise money to pay my utilities. And then, you know, see what I mean? Like, this is how it is for me. Yeah, these shitheads out there want to fucking fuck with me behind the scenes, ruin all kinds of financial shit for me. Then on top of that, make stuff up to try to make me sound like a terrible person on the internet.
To make money, I have to pay Ben bills. You know, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to
Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes. I have to pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill.
I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills, bitch. Pay Ben
taxes.
I have to pay Ben bills, bitch.
Day to day, tips to tips, to pay bills and things. Eventually things will get better. But kind of stuck right now with how things are. That's why I'm trying to make money.
I have to pay Ben bills. You know, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben
taxes.
bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to.
If you want to sit here and you want to pretend like you're holier than thou, I'm better than those content creators, man. Because I have a job where I work 9 to 5 and I bust my ass at my job and I earn a paycheck, man. And then I come home. See, I'm not on the internet begging for money all day, man. See, I'm better than them, man. No, you're not any better. Everyone's the same. No one's better than anybody else. Get your ass out there and fucking work, bitch.
Yikes. And I am controlling all of you. And what I do, I wiggle like this. And what happens is your wallet opens up and all of your money flies out of your wallet through the sky. And then once a day I open my window with a big bag, a big sack like Santa's loot sack. And it just fills with money just flying in there.
appendicitis. Money kinesis. I have money kinesis.
He got that.
Money kinesis.
He got that.
Hypnosis.
He got that.
Money kinesis. Controlling all of you. Money kinesis.
He got that pig gnosis. You know who the pig roach is. Notorious B.E.G. He got them bills lined up every single week. You know all these Hogans ain't for free. So swing by it.
Hello. This is Phil Burnell. All right. And just wanted to tell you that I love the podcast. That being said, big ups. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. A.L.T. Insider, the legend, fantastic Mr. Sam, the dentist, Speak to the Dead, psychological style host, Meerkat, artistic style host. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, which vest is podcast best?
Hello, everyone. We are here back from our small Christmas break to give you the Groupthink, the show where we tell you, or should I say, fellow turd particles of the turd cloud. I love that. We are here to help you, tell you how to think about the coming year, the end of the year, all the things we've seen this year in the detractor sphere on this Tuesday, is it? Oh, no, it's Wednesday. Sorry, Sam. I made a mistake there.
Jasper!
I just had to get Sam to play. That's my favorite. Jasper, we're going to use that for every mistake we make here. That's our new mistake sound. So get ready for that. It's the best. It's the fucking best. But we are here, and we are post-Christmas, some might say more importantly, post-Secret Limited video. I think it's more of a worldwide event, actually, now. The Secret Limited video is more of an event than Christmas. Forget about Christmas. Who cares, right? Secret Limited's video is out, and it was incredible. Steve, I'll throw it to you first for your introduction words, of course. But Secret Limited video, what did you think? Give us your thoughts. Go ahead.
I fucking loved it, mate. I thought it was great. I am outraged at all the material that he stole from us detractors. And how much money he's making off our work. Yeah, that was great. Like wet myself when I saw that bit.
It was fucking awesome, yeah. And that, of course, again, I didn't properly introduce everyone, of course, but legend, of course, Steve down there. Another legend, our Wizard of Oz style legend. Sam, how you feeling today?
I'm all right, yeah. All nicely rested and ready to get a new year underway.
Of course, I have to ask you, Secret Limited vid, your opening thoughts, go ahead.
I've got to watch it again because I missed Steve's bit, apparently. Yeah,
it's very quick.
I knew it was in there because I saw the Twitter exchange, and yeah. So sorry I missed it, Secret Limited, but yeah, it's fucking brilliant though. It's so good. It's always the guy or gal never fails to impress.
Yes.
And do you hear that, Secret? Do you hear that? What the people want? They want more me.
Yeah.
Next year, 2023.
I think it was I think the timing of that was so good. Like it just out of because DSP was saying like nonsense. Of course, he said like I think during the time he's like I'm better than Keepstar. I think I'm better than Keepstar, and it was just like the perfect time for the most ridiculous laugh ever because it was just so funny.
I'll take it.
It was
incredible.
It was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah. And yes, of course, DSP. What can he? Such a well-crafted piece of work. So much, nothing out of context, everything brought up with proof and everything. What does DSP decide to run with? We're going to be pissed because Secret Limited is using our material, making money off it for the total of 20 seconds of our stuff they used. Oh yeah, we are furious over here about that. We are already sent our legal counsel together. It's going to cost about $1,000. If you guys want to chip in for that, please do. Of course, it's about $1,000. We're going to need some help, guys. But no, just kidding, of course. And I think everyone's like that. It's not the days of SOK anymore, guys. Everyone is happy with everyone sharing anything. You know, I think that's my take on everything. And if everyone would use anything of ours to react to it or do you steal clips of it, please steal whatever the fuck you want, because we're all here to laugh at DSP in the end. And
exactly.
So please steal whatever you want. That was awesome, DSP. That was a long stretch to find something to complain about that video. But what do you think, guys? I asked on Discord. Does DSP watch that, you think? Or do they just skim? Do they just, see the numbers? Like, all right, number 6 was Cat. Okay, whatever. Fuck that. Go to the next one. What do you think? I'll go to you first, Steve.
I think they skim, yeah. He's not going to sit there and watch all of it if he's not getting paid for it. So, yeah, he'll probably just sort of like flick through it, fast forward. Maybe on the Xbox app, how lazy he is, but it's more likely on his phone or laptop or something. But yeah, he'll flick through. Yeah, number 10 was this, number 9 was this, number 8, number 7. And yeah, just get the general gist of it. So, but he'll still, even if he doesn't watch it, what's in it will get back to him. Someone will have sent him like a breakdown of the top 10, 11 things that are on it and what they were, about. So he'll find out either way. Whether he gives Secret Limited a view or not is, neither here nor there. The point is he'll know.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Sam?
I think he would skim through it, but I think where he does it as well is interesting to think about. I can only imagine him sort of, late night, gin in hand, in bed,
separate
cat
bed
in the other
cat,
room, just dark, dimly lit room with him just seething. You know what I mean?
That's my thought too. Yeah, you could hear the thieves guild. This cat is doing another room. With that sound going. Cat feels in bed. God damn it! Somebody watch the Secret Limited video, and it's funny because like the parts. I was talking to, obviously, guys, Secret Limited is always welcome on our show. Trust me, I've made that reach out, and we're all friendly in conversations, but they are not ready to come on the show. They don't want to come on the show. Huge support of our show, though. I want to make that clear. And they made an interesting point I want to share with you that the part that they shared most from other things was from our show, kind of. So that means another kind of proof that Phil knows. Watch that part at least, right? Because why would they make that point unless they saw that kind of... There was one part about Cat where they kind of used like a few seconds of us. So maybe that proved that Cat, DSP made sure to watch that part about Cat, which that's got to be tough. You want to talk about punching air. I mean, that's... it would take a strong will to watch that being said about all the things you do wrong, right? And it's not like things like we're making... excluding the Cat section, by the way. All the things that Phil does to his own life, right? That makes his life worse for himself and his family. I don't want to say anything that might be rude, but
the dictionary definition of family.
yes. One cat, one human, one creature, two creatures, one of feline capacity and one of the. I could make a bad joke there, but I won't. A human capacity, but it's just that's got to be really. Really bad, right? Really tough, That's got to be really fucking tough. And because you're an addict, right? Like, and you're an addict, your problems, right? At least, I mean, and you have problems and you know what you have to work on. But it's not that simple. Steve, you know this better than me, obviously. It's easy to know your problems, but it's hard to make the change. But even as all the weight of all, it's wrong, it's wrong. It's not that easy to make that switch. And that's Phil's downfall. I mean, he can't stop playing that fucking game, and it's all his doing. Why he's begging is his own doing, right? I mean, anything to add there, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to know your problems, but the issue there is that the thing that you're using to take care of your problem still works. It still feels good. Otherwise, you would stop doing it. So you can go, yeah, I'm addicted to this thing, or I'm an alcoholic or whatever. But if you're still drinking, if you're still smoking or injecting or playing a game or spending money on shopping trips or whatever, you're not changing that behavior because the thing that you're doing still feels good enough for you to avoid dealing with the underlying issues. So there's underlying issues that Phil isn't dealing with, and you might be able to start like laughing off and go, yeah, I'm addicted to mobile games, guys. But like literally everybody knows the truth by this point. So,
yeah.
I just want to say before we move on, I think it was Frankie the Wop in chat who got a heated vest for Christmas from his parents, and I just wanted to point this out. It's about time they knew, guys. That I've also got one.
Steve has also given a vest. It's free on our show, of course, though. Totally free.
Yeah,
vest
tips.
wearing.
No tips needed.
Nothing required there. Totally free vest wearing. We
and also a couple of people pointed out the background, so I'm doing this as well.
Yep. Oh, New Year's style coming in hot.
Wow.
Christmas and New Year's, the holiday season.
It's going to mess with the color balance, so I apologize. I'll probably switch it back off now.
Goddamn ghosts.
Well, let's just spend the next 45 minutes sorting that out. That's a thing.
Yeah. Steve,
we can do mine as well.
Adjust the color a little bit, Steve. Thank you.
We can do mine as well because mine's fucked. In fact, it looks all right now, but I got a new webcam for Christmas, and
okay, coming in hot. So that's
Is it
nice.
not because like your current one was broken and you had to host a stream where you went through old ones to see if they worked and then
no,
they didn't.
No, on this webcam that I do for fun. Oh, sorry, on this podcast that I do for fun, I decided to upgrade my equipment.
What an asshole! We could have a whole show about that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Emergency stream. What webcam should I get? And every suggestion you give me sucks. What I know in my head already is the best. But anyways, Phil's been having some fun on Twitter. Go ahead, say it. Yeah, please.
Sorry, just on the subject of professionalism, can I just play this clip? Because I think this is probably a good time.
Yeah.
Hopefully everyone can hear this.
No, I'm not streaming from PS5. I don't have a webcam that works with PS5, so you'd have no face cam. You can't have any overlays. I would have no pop-ups on screen, like none of that. I wouldn't be able to control anything if I did it that way. It's a horrible suggestion. The proprietary software to stream from any console is inefficient for a professional to do what they do. Just being honest.
Professional.
Mm-hmm.
Professional. That one just caught my attention, so I had to grab it. But yeah. So people throwing him completely reasonable suggestions, and him just no, can't do that.
Yeah, so that's funny. Yeah.
I love, sorry, briefly, that one of those reasonable suggestions is, Phil, why don't you use the other capture card you've got as a backup?
Yep.
And he goes, no, I need to buy like 2 or 3 others more. We'll keep this one as a backup in case they don't work.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And he buys like multiple. He always buys multiple of the thing, but then he just, what are those for? I don't even know. He bought like 3 capture cards when he first switched to direct capture. I guess he still has those, but then why don't you use one of those? Fuck you. Okay. What are we doing? I don't know. But anyways, that's funny. And he's been on fire with tweets, guys. I don't know if you saw this. He's clout chasing Elon Musk as usual. Really on the Elon Musk train.
Yeah.
He, for some reason, I'll read it to you guys. Elon Musk said that something about the check mark, I believe. Anyway, it's not worth covering. We'll get more stuff tomorrow. The modern day Phil nonsense tomorrow, of course. We have our epic show, end of the year show with Guru Larry Bundy Jr. is coming on tomorrow. I am beyond hype about that. It's going to be super, super cool to get him on here. But let's get to the messages. We got a lot to get to. We never get to them all anyway, so might as well start as soon as possible. Meerkat, by the way, family stuff today. Of course, end of the year. He's with his family. That comes first, of course. So hopefully we'll be here tomorrow. We'll have him for that. But let's get to the messages. Sam, go ahead.
Okay. Lil Shadow X.
Hey guys, do you think that Derek mom talked to Phil about that Derek is a porn addict and grief to society and passion stuff that make him immune to banning him or something? Because that's not normal.
I got the gist.
Yeah, something about Derek, and is that normal to be on the stream? I think
it was about Derek's mum talking to Phil.
Yeah.
And that's how
Derek, that's kind of a Theo theory.
Yeah,
a Theo theory for sure.
Can I just say that was a great guess at what the content of that message is? It's something about Derek. that's usually what it is.
Yeah, if you guessed that for half our calls, we're probably right. Derek's mom pays Phil to babysit. I don't believe that theory myself. It just doesn't make enough sense. Like, there's so many.
There's something.
There's something weird.
We don't know what it is.
Something is going on, but like, just put on a movie or something. I mean, like. It's not that hard. Find a movie that Derek likes and put it on for an hour. Like, he's never on the stream that long anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get that part of it. Like, watch my son.
Oh my god! I've just remembered when he was going through his old hard drives when they were playing clips of him like in old games. Derek asked if he missed the camera being at us.
Oh yeah.
Derek, that was an objectively bad thing. People criticized him for years for it. No, he doesn't fucking miss it. Oh god.
You know,
there was a lot of that.
Yeah. I just don't get.
Hey Phil, did you know your Fallout 3 stream you uploaded on this date and this many parts?
Yeah.
He was right there on hand every time. I was just catching up on that stuff just before we started because I'd only seen, you know, like the Poems Future stuff on Twitter about this hard drive stuff, and it piqued my interest enough to want to go and catch up a little bit. And my God, man, yeah, there's a lot of that. A lot of Phil would say something, and then Derek would say what date it was, you know, what he was doing at the time. You know, you did your first DSP tries it at this date because of this thing, and Phil would go, "Oh yeah, that's right."
Like, I just don't. There is something going on, right? And one day will we get the story? I probably doubt it, but there's something going on here that why Phil has this very kid gloves on with Derek and no one else, right? Snow Carl puts his toe out of line, he gets fucking the whip, right? Hey Phil, what's Kat's favorite color? Dude, don't ask about her, motherfucker. And Derek's saying shit about Pixar. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense, but I don't know. I like to hear all the theories. It's a fun theory. He's a fun character in the world, that's for sure. Good old Derek.
Wilson with a great theory there. 1 minute man is actually 1 minute mum.
hey, way. I gotta get that right. What's the British style one? Way, right?
Way.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm turning British, guys. Okay, next message, please, Sam. Go ahead. Too much British style stuff.
Oh fuck, where's it gone now? Sorry, there was a really good one from. It's gone. Fuck. Sorry. Something about Brazilian piss sluts or something like that.
He distracted with the video, yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of video.
Put on.
Yeah. Good point.
Right, Bill Brasky, go for it.
Quick question for you guys: is Bill Brasky? If DSP's house was a theme park, can you name some of the rides you would take?
Oh shit! I like these kind of questions. So I would, of course, take the pasta sauce pool. Of course, plenty of water for that. The pasta sauce pool, wave pool. What else you got, guy? This is what we got to put as the question of the day and think about it, though, Sam.
Yeah,
I'm on it.
Okay, good.
I'm doing it right now.
The big shitter. Just like Oblivion at Alton Towers. You go like there and then stop and then right into the bowl. Broke a washing machine.
Broke a washing machine. Yeah, there we go.
Like supposed to spin you around, but it doesn't.
Debunkathon. Okay, how about the I can think of something. Give me some time though. Give me some time. There you go. It's in the question Q&A tab. There, Q&A tab. We'll read the funniest answers at the end. So if you got any, please go. That would be pretty good. Okay.
If you're confused by it, it's in a separate tab. There's nothing more confusing about it than that.
Yes, it's a separate tab. Thanks, Susan.
I feel like, you go to like Alton Towers, sorry, British reference again, but you get like, they're like one word, aren't they? You know, like Nemesis. So I feel like we'd have like robust and
meaningful. Yeah. Okay. I'm down.
I've got it. You can have like one of them toboggan rides and have it be called That Being Sled.
Oh, okay. We're involved. I like that.
Whack a snow call.
See, you guys are the best. Whack a snow crawl. Good job. Oh, Joe Blow Slavoni, thanks so much for the positivity there. It's not babysitting, but I believe Derek used to tip off his mom's car and they stopped it, which led to the theory Phil babysits Derek to avoid his mother taking legal action. All right. I mean, I'm down with all these theories. I just, it's a theory. I'm down with that. Yeah. That's a believable theory, but
half of it's like almost certainly true, I think, and then the second part is the whole his mom being directly involved with DSP and saying, Phil, take care of my son is a bit, but who the fuck knows? There's something going on, and it's on that list of like things we're probably never going to know, but are fucking like fascinating, Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like it's definitely, for me, it seems more like Phil is just keeping around because one day he's hoping Derek gets control of his own finances again.
Yeah, I think that's
and then the
incredibly
money comes
likely.
He's never going to, though, guys. I mean, I'm not making fun of Derek, but what Derek is like. I don't know if you've seen his videos before, but they're not. That's someone that probably can't live by themselves, I don't think.
He's like mid-20s now or something.
Yeah, like he's... Okay, anyways, let's move on. We got past the Derek comment, and we were right back.
Yeah, I feel like if they are, like he's learning to drive, so I feel like they're okay with some sort, level of independence, because obviously if your son requires that much special care and attention, you don't let them have that much independence. So if they're willing to let him learn to drive, they're obviously willing to let him go out and about and
Yeah, true. Oh, you could have a dark ride called the day off. And you gotta it's totally scary. You gotta find stuff. Where's the cherry juice? Yeah.
No, the day off. The day off is scary because everything's fucking broken. Like
oh god.
You're just getting showered on, there's stuff like water coming out the walls because the shower's broken, and stuff's coming out the waste disposal, whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, ants coming on 3D ride.
Yeah.
Fuck,
we can make a museum. The Snorted Mansion. There we go.
If we had enough fucking money, we could make a fucking awesome theme park. Oh my god, and museum. Museum's part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, museum theme park, and it'd have that statue outside. That would happen.
We need to get Dark to design the map for this place.
Oh yeah.
We could have okay. I usually don't take part in these jokes, but I'm extra toxic today. We could just have a pony ride. No, nothing else, just a pony ride. There's no theming. It just says pony ride, and then you can fill in the blanks. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Unrelated.
Unrelated. It's just for another kind of ride you could do, guys. Why am I toxic? I don't know. All right, next we'll keep saying jokes from this the whole night, I'm sure. So thanks for that question, Bill Brasky. That was a good one.
Yeah, we'll come back to that at the end, and because I'm sure there's a lot of good ones. I'm not going to look at it. But, right, here's NewTube.
Hey, that being said, podcast, this is no YouTube. So as we all know, the God of War playthrough is boring as shit. Even the whales don't seem to like it that much. But Phil won't quit it due to his insistence on completing gameplay for the on-demand viewers and just, on his own principle of wanting to be the epic gamer and complete the big AAA game release of the year. So his solution to this is just to berate the audience and make them feel sympathy for his circumstances. He'll stop the gameplay and pose questions and submit hypotheses directly to the audience about why they're not giving him money, or just some good old-fashioned begging. This is part of his overall manipulation to make the remaining viewers that are still paying attention sympathetic to him in lieu of actually making good content that people just want to support for the sake of it. And while it does seem to work, it doesn't seem to net him as much money as he wanted to. So seems like a lose-lose-lose for everyone. I wish he would just stop the guilt tripping and the hint stuff, but it just seems to be getting worse every single day despite his supposed quitting of e-begging. Well, thanks for the content, guys.
Awesome. Cool. No YouTube. I think it's your first call. Thanks. That was a good thought out call there. And so you're talking about the classic, when streams are slow and then he talks to the people that should be donating and theorizing why they did not donate, I wonder why we didn't get enough money for you guys. I wonder why you guys didn't give me more money. Let's talk about the reasons that could have been. And it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. And you start to hear things like, I haven't changed anything. It's nothing on my end.
Yeah. He's troubleshooting the tips tracker. What's going on here? Let's talk about all the possible reasons. Well, my content, it's awesome, of course. What's next? Maybe people are also playing this game and they don't want to donate. Maybe people are tired of this game. But then it doesn't matter because he's going to play the game the next time anyway, right? Nothing gets changed. But I think that guy's a good theory, though. He's trying to guilt trip make people feel the guilt trip feeling without directly saying, "Hey guys, what's going on?" You know, it could be. I mean, it's a thought.
Have we dropped the pretense of not begging anymore? Then,
well,
it seems to be, you know.
Yeah, it's still less than it was, right? It's still less than it was pre-moist, the pre-moist era. We're post-moist era now, and it's different. He does not do the slow tweets at all, I don't think. I make sure of that. And he doesn't do direct. He still does, though, the thing where it'd be great to hit that first typical, like that kind of stuff. Like the kind of cheering it on, but not saying, I need to hit it. It'd be great if we hit that first typical, guys.
Do you know what I've noticed he's doing a lot of now in sort of in place of that almost is saying that he's ignoring the trolls. If you guys haven't noticed for the last 1.5 months or whatever, I've been completely ignoring it. So I feel like he's kind of replaced one with the other and saying like, I don't care if they say I'm begging, you know, this is me running my business kind of thing. I feel like that sentence has kind of replaced the I'm not begging thing or trying not to beg. I don't know, but yeah, I keep hearing that. I've not been watching a lot of live DSP, but I do keep hearing that crop up every now and again. So.
But see, that's the thing, because we know that he does that when he has like absolutely no response to a criticism. When it was WWE Champions, it's troll stuff, I'm ignoring it. When it was like lineup and disco, it's troll stuff, I'm ignoring it. When it was the mod leagues, troll stuff, I'm ignoring it. Anything that you can sort of like go back to and go, oh, this was a saga, this was a thing that happened and was like, you know, quite bad optics for Phil. Even if nothing ultimately came of it at the time, it's quite bad. You can find him going at some point. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. We're not going to deal with it. It's stupid conspiracy theory bullshit. Ignore it. And you know he does that when he has no response. So that's quite telling.
Yeah, when he breaks out the, like I said, he breaks out the ignore ops, then you know it's true. Just like him. So that's a good eye there. And he it seems that, well, I didn't watch too much. I've been a bad member of the That Being Said show because I've not been keeping tabs on things that much the last 2 days. I got to catch up for tomorrow for sure. But the thing about it was the Steve, please help us with this. The one about after the marathon, he said like this was a plan or a scheme to show how I don't get bailed out by whales, right? Could you explain that better, Steve? Did you see that part?
I don't think I did. I have a vague sort of like twinge in the back of my head about it, but
yeah, like he only got one shot, so that was like proving that he's not just supported by whales, which is just ridiculous. But
I mean, he won either way there because he was able to go like if he got, you know, the 1 or 2, and he was like, look, I didn't get that many at all. I'm not supported by whales. Fuck off. But if he got loads, he got wrecked, and he got a lot of return on a $35 bottle of gin, considering it was $100 a shot. So it was a win-win either way for him, that. I feel like the look, it was just to prove that I'm not supported by whales. It's a cope because he has to be as aware of the reality of his situation as we are through the tips tracker, you know?
Yeah, and it was still a total of like 11 people for the whole marathon. Someone saw. I saw. So
that's ridiculous. yeah. That's Killer Bruce pointed out. Single $125 tip. That's like a quarter of your earnings right there. That's a quarter of that thing. That's not normal. That's not, you know, not supported by whales.
And then 2 people dropped the next day 100 memberships so he get the great memberships goal. And then, well, I'm not supported by whales though. Come on, guys. You guys, I feel like I could do that whenever. You guys can just. Whenever there's, I saw it today, a Poe's thing. Whenever life throws us lemonade, you come here and drink lemonade with me. This is normal. Totally normal stream, guys. Totally normal.
And I think it was part of that same sort of, you know, this was a test or whatever. You know, that thing that he's been doing all year. Yeah. The thing with the car, the thing with the, I don't know. There's been about 2 or 3 of them this year.
The doxing, the finding his bill.
That was it, yeah. There's been a few of them this year, and it's his new thing. What was it now? He said something about you guys are the reason I'm able to be successful as I am, or something like that. And I was like,
you're doing a fucking bad job. I guess money wise they are, but
yeah, if that's what success is, then you know, like. Yeah.
I love that fucking part, that Secret Limiter put in their video. And we're going to be talking about that Secret Limiter a lot for the next few shows because it's just too good. But so much good stuff in there. When they put out old Phil in the tweet saying, like, I'll never be that kind of person that begs for money. If I have to do that, I'll get a second job. That was so fucking awesome. I'll get a second job before I have to do that. I don't want to ask you guys for that. I'll never do that. Okay. Successful, yeah. Phil is definitely successful. That's true. Very successful. All right, that's good. Next message.
But before we go, we should probably clarify the name of the gin because it seems that Phil can't remember the name of the gin that he bought specifically because of the name of the gin. It was called Grey Whale, but
Whale
he
Tail.
keeps calling it Whale Tail. Yeah.
Whale Tail, yeah.
That's when your thumb comes up like above your jeans. You know,
Whale Tail.
Lita from WWF had a whale tail. It's that sort of thing. But he's like whale tail because there's a picture of a fucking whale's fluke on it. There's a picture of a whale's tail as they're disappearing under the water, and it's like he must remember the picture rather than the words.
That's just how little he reads.
I genuinely don't know what it says about your short-term memory, other than it's fucked up. Because you bought it specifically because it had the word whale in it. And you can't remember the bit at the start. You just remember the whale thing. That's really bad at 40. That's like severe neurological decline. I really need to see an MRI of his head. I really do.
I think it really shows that how his lack of wanting to read is not limited to video games, right? He just like saw the bottle whale. Okay, that means whale tail. Okay, I get it. Like, you know, in games, he doesn't read the instructions. He doesn't read the how to do stuff. He just does it. Same thing.
Yeah.
But
yeah, exactly. It just shows how much he doesn't give a fuck that the entire focus of this so-called plan that he was running, he doesn't even know the name of the thing. Like, it's brilliant. Good
the
one,
central
Phil.
bit as well. It's not just like some like vaguely related thing that you could excuse forgetting. It's like literally the whole point of this bottle of gin that you bought was because it was called whale gin. You know.
I think like this
whale tail gin.
My favorite part of it is how proud he was of this incredible joke. Like who, think about this. Who thinks that's funny, right? Okay, maybe the 4 members of chat that are actual fans. Are they like? Do they? Don't they want Phil to not care about the trolls though? Like, if you're really a fan of Phil, don't you rather prefer like, all right, Phil, just leave the trolls alone. I want to enjoy your content, not worry about the trolls. Like, pretend you like Phil's gameplay. I know it's hard, but pretend. You probably don't want to be like Phil having interaction with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, just forget about the trolls, Phil. Just get past him. But Phil can't, of course, because remember, he's ignoring us so much. He has to buy wine. He has to buy gin that directly is owning us, right? So it's like, who literally is getting anything out of this? This great joke. This insane great joke. Oh man, I was punching so much air. It was ridiculous, man.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing is, it flies right in the face of him ignoring trolls as well, doesn't it? Like, if for the last 6 weeks or whatever it is you're saying that you've been doing it, you've not been paying attention, then what's all that about?
He's ignoring us so hard. He has to buy gin that's gin number 1, because remember, I rarely drink gin. Oh my god, I rarely do. But
okay,
whatever.
Phil.
I love when he smelled it. He smelled it. It was so, oh god, when he smelled it.
Oh, you could see his mouth begin to water. It was like, yeah, not an addict, Phil. Not somebody who's abused alcohol. Definitely someone who's okay to have the one drink at Christmas.
Those shorts got way tighter there for a moment there after that smell. He got all boned up after that. Those shorts, good thing they're aerated. I'll tell you that.
Oh yes.
No, I mean, like, I thought you were like, right, that's another idea for one.
Yeah.
In software, I get that one up.
I know, God. All right.
But we do have an example of like Snowcal, very briefly. Snowcal said to him, Phil, why don't you just ignore the trolls and get on with the content? Because we, as your fans, want to see that. And in response, Phil pulled out that dubstep gun from Saints Row 4.
Oh my god. Yeah.
To the suggestion that, hey, you should ignore the trolls. If the trolls wind you up that much and you say you want to ignore them. and that's his response. So yeah, that's no intention of ignoring us. He needs to bait us because it's the thing that keeps him relevant.
Great point, Brad. Great point by Brad. I never want to hear Keemstar again. I'm never going to say his name again, and you keep my name in my mouth. The next day, this podcast is called the Level 1 Podcast.
Yeah. When that that's what's great about that Secret Limited thing is, you know, seeing all of that cut together, only the relevant bits, and you're like, oh, it happened the next day. He brought him up again. You know, it's just like, wow.
And then he does wrestling and all. Okay, Wings is in there. Loves Your God's in there. It's like he cannot resist. He loves the Detractor. I think he loves the Detractor sphere as much as we fucking do, man. He needs it. Not saying he likes it. He doesn't like that people make fun of him, but he needs that kind of attention on him. You know what I mean? Like, I think that really fuels, you know, like that really is why he keeps going, maybe, because he's trying to prove us wrong. By, you know, he knows he has this lot of people behind it. He wants to keep on fighting it, you know? It's his
normal though, isn't it? Like he must know that this is his reality. You know, he has to put up with this. So whether, you know, love us or hate us, he has to accept it. And I guess maybe he's slowly starting to incorporate it more.
Yeah, definitely.
Darcy DePhil, I think, won the comment section there. He only wants to read when he can make a racist accent.
Too good. Oh god, yeah. I think, of course, I love that Secret Limited played "Fire Up the Slave Trade" like 4 times,
a few times,
with the date on there, 2022, motherfucker. Do not say this is some character from old, days of old, Phil. 2022, motherfucker. All right, go ahead. Next one.
Cool. Here's Bobby.
Hello, everyone. My name's Bobby. I hope you're having a great Christmas-style break. I only discovered the podcast recently and tune in every week. That being said, excuse me, sorry, I get a nasally style issue from time to time. So my question is, if it were ever possible, if a text-to-speech donation was read out on Phil's stream, or if you got him to read a donation without realizing the message is the tractor style, what message would you put in there before you're banned? And thank for the money, you stupid fuck. I hope you all have a merry style Christmas and a happy style New Year. Lots of love, bills, hugs, and kisses.
All right, thanks, Bobby. First time caller, new finder of the show. Thanks, man. And I approve of your style usage there for sure. You are on point with your style usage for sure. I'm slipping. As
ALT approves, then you've really made it.
Yeah. But okay, so what would we want Phil to read out about on a tip that we did? And I would do something like, I would try to be kind of like sneaky about it, like, hey Phil, hey Down from the Rafters, this is Jim Bob from the group. Hope to see you on Friday, or something like that. Like, that's what I would do. Something kind of get people thinking. I don't know. What do you guys do? What would you do?
You need to be a bit more sneaky than that if you want to get it read, because that Down from the Rafters one from Animal Crossing, where his eyes bulge, that has a little bit of preamble, which I think is something like, my life has been better. I think it was like how you find it working out. My life has been better since I came down from that, and it just led him into it. So you need to sort of like have a little bit of preamble. But I would see. I've recently realized that if I asked him one question, he'd be like, "Do you think you're a narcissist?
Okay.
Do you think you are? Do you think these things are symptomatic?" So I'd have to work that in somehow. But it'd be something to do with that or therapy.
Yeah, you'd need to put something like, being a fan of yours since, how they usually start. I loved when you talked about the helicopter company the first time round.
Yeah. Could you tell me more about the helicopter company? Yeah, something like that'd be good too.
Just that'd be great.
Yeah, something funny like that. Like a joke to us only that Phil would not get at all. That's the goal, I think, for me. Like, you could say something stupid like, nice gout or whatever. That's like whatever. That's level 1 joke. I want to go to level 5, where it's like an inside joke that Phil still takes seriously, but it's a joke for all of us. That's what I would try to go for. And I think that's a good idea. The helicopter story would be good. Like, I heard that you were really really close to being CEO of the helicopter company. Could you tell us about that? And he'd go off, Yep. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Do you know what? I'd talk to Meerkat. I'd say, do you need Phil to say anything for a new song or something? Because I'm about to sneak something in, and that's what
that's a good one, Zach. Why do you emphasize T's on words? Is it because you miss T so much that it affects your speech style?
Oh, yes.
That's a good one. Is that in remembrance of T?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway, next match. That was a good call, my friend. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Next one.
that's a good one. Skeletor.
Hello, that being said, it's Skeletor, Dark Master of Britannia, coming to you live from Snake Mountain. I've enjoyed the pig roasting you've done to that fucking self, Bill Vanel, and letting you know you have my blessings to do this dark deed. I enjoy that beggar squealing for money and being blasted on the internet. Yes, even we have internet here. It's Comcast, the evilest of internet. Just wanted to let you boys know you good luck on your endeavors in 2023. And a Merry Christmas.
Hey, man, President.
Don't just stand there. You feline handball. Defend us. Oh, wait, that shitty Kevin Smith He-Man. Kick his ass! Damn you, He-Man!
Well, we got some acting style messages now. I wish it was a little bit better to hear, easier to hear, but Skeletor, big ups for that Skeletor message there. I enjoyed it. I wish it was a little louder, but I couldn't hear exactly what went on the end there. Steve, did you get that? Sam, did you get that?
No.
Was he playing like a clip? Yeah, was he playing like a clip from an episode or something?
I think he was. Yeah, I think there was.
It?
Yeah, some He-Man action came in at the end.
We don't want to critique your production
I think
value
it was
or
an
anything.
impression. Yeah, it's either an impression or a text to speech thing.
Yeah, the impression was nice. Skeletor impression was good for sure. So yeah, we appreciate that. But...
Thanks, Skeletor.
Thanks, Skeletor.
Jasper.
God damn it, Jasper.
It's like that's a line you can say now, Sam. Thanks, Skeletor.
But yeah.
Jasper, 1984 style phone. Yeah, he was going for true authenticity. So I appreciate that.
I need to not forget, by the way. I think it may have been Darksy. Oh no, it wasn't. Sorry, it wasn't Darksy. But somebody said ALT of the Style Council, and I think that's really. I like that.
ALT of the Style Council. I am a headmaster of the style, the Sultan of Style. ALT. Because Phil doesn't say it anymore. Someone has to. God damn it.
He's still saying it. He's just
still
not
saying it. Yeah.
He's not giving us the really good ones. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like 18 nouns in a row that he used to do. Like RPG, action, horror style survival game, like that kind of stuff. We don't get those gems anymore, you know.
Do you know when we're going to hear them? On the end of the year Game Awards or whatever.
Oh God.
Let's see what the more recent styles are. I will point out though that recently we did get mold style wine.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Yes,
they are still there. You know?
They still exist. Yes, I think we got to wait for the. Are we gonna get here? The over under is 1. Are we gonna get spiritual successor at the end of the year Game Awards? Are we gonna hear that? I'll put the over under at 1. Do we hit it? 1 or more or 0? Spiritual successor.
I'll say we do. I'll say we do.
I don't know. I don't feel like I'm as up on what's going to be in his list this year. I felt like last year it was going to be a bit more obvious. Obviously, like it's we've got Stray and I don't know. That's about it as far as I know.
Yeah, that's true. Games he loves.
Yeah.
Fucking Stray and fucking Scorn, right? Well, doesn't love that anymore, I guess. What's the game? Who's that game was made by one developer? He loved that game. He wanted to blow that game. Remember it was that fighting game?
Was that the
made
short?
By one developer.
That was the Shinko short, wasn't it?
This game kicks ass.
Forgotten the name of the game, but
I
that
fucking
short.
love that. This game kicks ass.
Yeah.
That fucking short is so good.
Oh, we did get a Bethesda style game recently.
Yeah, I'm doing the same now. I've just seen Montreal style.
Yeah,
I don't know what that was
I
about.
really want to know what Montreal style.
But Midnight Fight Express. Thanks everybody.
Hairstyle, haircut. All right. Oh, he's just reading through the Fallout thing, right? It's not hairstyle, haircut.
No.
We
Okay.
do have Italian style hoagie and Mexican style beverage, so
it's still happening.
Yeah, it's still there.
Alexander Kelly.
I love that there's 15,000 results. Like that's
Dude, I want to shout him out here. Let's see if he's here. Midlife. I want to shout you out if you don't want the credit. But someone, that one's we have the style clips channel in our Discord.
Yeah,
dude, Midlife Crisis is on fire. He posted like almost every one on there. You can check out all the styles there. I posted most on Twitter, but there's some I still didn't use. But it's awesome, man.
I do occasionally hear that
work.
being said, and I keep thinking, oh, I should clip that. And then I think, oh, God, I don't want the guys judging me for like what I watch on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I was that posting with Sam, yeah.
I don't even know if I'm going to get around to doing that because I have been. I hear it everywhere now, and I'm in the habit of like every time I'm watching a random game review or some random YouTuber, and they'll say it, and I'm like, right, okay, I'm going to take that down, note down the time. I might do it. It may end up be useful for something. We'll see. But...
Yeah.
Ambiguous style delivery.
A good question in chat for some positivity attached. So we got to answer it. How did I explain who DSP is to my family? Alexander Kelly coming in hot. So I just say someone on the internet that does funny stuff, and that's how we talk about it. I kind of say, I just think of it light as possible. You don't want to get too deep, especially with like older people that have no idea how the internet works. But if someone's like, of similar mind that seems to like be into the internet, first of all, they probably know who they are. They just don't know their name because you showed that clip. Like most people have seen that, the incident. Sorry, Cat. Keep focusing on the game. Don't go downstairs. Thieves Guild. Focus on Thieves Guild. Don't go downstairs. But that incident, most people have seen that. But that's how I do it. How do you guys introduce to new people about DSP?
Okay, so when my dad asked me about the podcasting recently, and he said, "Did you get money from this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we get like what people tip and through memberships and things." And he said, "So do you make as much money as Phil?" And I was like, "Oh, no, don't make that much money. No. How much does he make?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's over 100 grand a year."
Yeah.
And he went, "People give him over 100 grand a year." And I went, "Yeah." And he went, "God, there are some idiots out there, are they?" So I think he sort of like grasped that, but yeah, it's a difficult conversation, isn't it? You try to keep your loved ones away from this. I'm sorry to my cousin Kirsty, whose partner Amy watches my videos and knows who DSP is. I'm really sorry.
Yeah,
I failed.
Yeah.
You try to keep your friends and family away from it. But...
That's the problem as well. Is that it comes up quite a lot. You see it on Twitter and stuff. Introduced so and so to DSP. And then whatever happened. But then on top of that, if you're explaining, like people, the detractors have to explain why they're involved as well, and that adds a completely separate thing on top of it. Because I did it the other day, and it's like, have you ever heard of Dark Side Phil? Okay, do you remember there was a guy on the internet that, oh yeah, him. Okay, well. He's still streaming, and he and he scams his views. Blah, 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 blah. Not a very nice guy, and basically, and it's just it's not easy.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair. That's good. He used robust conversation in court recently as a lawyer. That's what I've definitely used robust too myself. When I didn't have to use it, but I like using robust more just because it's funny. But anyway,
I see it sometimes. Like recently, the Christmas getting out like some gammon shanks to do, and he said like your robust flavor sauce, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, I just instantly assume everyone thinks robust is funny now, and I'm like, I have to kind of hold back. I'm like, oh shit, no, they don't know what I'm on about. Like,
it's not just an automatically funny word to normal people, but to us it is. All right. Anyway, let's get to the next one, Sam.
Right, here's Nothing I Could Do.
In your 2,000 subscriber style show, you said that the semi-annual event where the clocks are adjusted was called Daylight Savings Time. Wrong, morons. It's singular style, Daylight Saving. You know that if you watch DSP's rant about how it confuses him from 2022 or 2019 or 2017 or 2016. Okay? I'm demanding that you declare the results of the game show null and void and recognize me, as the true champion. Thank you very, very, very much. So, I'll be clinging on to this accomplishment well into my 40s. Sound good? And now my cue card says Christmas style snort. I have no idea what the hell that is.
Okay, I like that. I like the impressions of Phil that don't sound like him at all, but you still get it. You know what I mean? Like Piece of Peace has one of those, right? It doesn't sound like Phil at all, but it just is funny because he does it's over the top, like, you know, what are you guys doing? You know, it's just awesome. That guy, I give him credit for that too. Yeah,
Meerkat as well. That kind of just kind of like that kind of stereotypical like nerd voice, like the kind of that kind of thing, and nasally kind of It
just fucking works. and well, actually, do we need to recount the results? Because I'd love to fucking win that thing. If that changes the results.
I think like the main issue there should be let's like rescind the results of that quiz because
exactly.
You know, he's calling himself the champion now.
That fucking asshole.
Don't even have a belt. What sort of champion doesn't have a belt?
Do you know what?
Actually, I'm calling you out this year at the Rumble. Me and you for a belt.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I've just thought about it. I don't know. This hasn't come up yet, but I've just thought I got 4th place, and I'm perfectly happy with fourth place. 4th place is great.
Yeah, last style place. That's fine.
Other than that, actually, as well, someone just said, "Is that Sol Rosenberg?" And I'm like, "Yes, that's a great reference. Thank you." If no one remembers Jerky Boys, get on it.
That's an old style reference. Prank calls. I remember.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's go to Fistcast, Sam, if you don't mind.
Yep. There we go.
Hey, that being said, podcast Physics here. Big ups to you and all my fellow detractors. You'll be playing this message maybe next week after Christmas, and since it's Christmas time, it's Christmas Eve here where I live. I really didn't want to talk about Phil or any of the other degenerates that inhabit this streams today. I just wanted to wish all of you, all of the hosts and all of the audience, very Merry Christmas with a lot of health, happiness, and peace for all of you. Take it easy.
Oh, very positive style message there, Fistcast. Thank you. Back at you, my friend. Long time caller. Oh, yeah, it's a good point. Good point in chat going on now. I was the #1 U.S. ranked player of our trivia show. That's going on my Twitter bio. Fuck everyone else. Sam, you were the 2nd ranked UK based player.
I was going to say, Master Grape said #1 in the UK. I wish that was the case.
And Meerkat's the #1 Eastern European style coast. So, yes, I am first in some ways. Anyways, thanks, Fistcast. That was a really nice message, my friend. Thank you. Let's go to the next
message. Should we briefly reflect on what's our favorite moment of the year?
Okay, I think we're gonna do that tomorrow too. But yeah, let's go.
All right, yeah.
Let's go. What's your
tomorrow then?
I would say, okay. How about this? I know we will do this. What was your favorite show, if you can remember? Like, how about your favorite guest? Not we're not talking about any one of the guests. What guest did you learn the most from? Have the most fun with? What do you think? After Kid Flim.
Yeah. Mine's going to be a cop-out answer, I'm afraid, and I'm just going to say the 1,000 subscriber special was special. I think that was great. Just because it was a lot of work to put together, and then seeing it all come together like as I imagined it being, and like the chat was great, and yeah, it was a good one. And I always enjoy these as well. The group think. I think I come away like really kind of pumped after these.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
How about you,
I have a personal appreciation for when we had Detractor Goose at TJ Gamebox, because it was the one where we said, "Hey, Steve's joined the podcast now." So for me, it was like a very nerve-wracking sort of moment. And then when everyone was like, "Oh wow, this is really good with Steve, way great," and people were like, "Yeah, you've got audition," made me feel like, "Yeah, okay, cool, I could do this." So it made me really reassured. And so yeah,
that was a good one.
That was a good one for me.
I was gonna say the one with Jaha was really good because we put a lot of preparation of that one because we knew like this was our chance. We have to make this a good one, right? We're not gonna we want to get Jaha's story in there, and we want to get all the questions we want to get out, all the stories he has we want to get out, and then make it cool. But I think my number one was probably when it was just us too, and it was after the Rambo and Howard one. Well, that's one of our first episodes, I think. But that's really when we were kind of just beginning, and kind of. I felt like, man, we kind of did that good. I felt after that show, I was like, man, that was pretty good. You know, like I was like, we covered that really well. And I think maybe the show has some legs to it after that one. So I'd probably say that one's my number one moment of like, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Not to toot my own horn here. Hundreds of people emailed me saying they loved it. It was incredible. All these people saying they loved it. It changed their life. They got tattoos of us on their face. It was awesome. I got so many emails like that. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It was definitely pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of love for Jaha as well. Yeah,
yeah,
that's definitely warranted. I think that was another moment, wasn't it? And I feel like someone rightfully said when he came on again on this show when he called in.
Yeah, that was cool too. Yeah.
And someone rightfully said, you know, there's always this kind of like hushed sort of this kind of frisson or whatever you call it, where it's like, you know, everyone's kind of. What's he going to say? There's going to be, there's going to be some sort of some little nugget of greatness or whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Anytime Jaha's on, basically, is a good time.
Yeah, definitely legend. All right, well, that's you get to preview the show tomorrow. We're going to talk about a lot of that year in review kind of nonsense. But all right, let's get to the next one.
Cool. Here is Jay of Cornwall.
What's going on, boys? I hope you guys all had a great Christmas. I'll just get straight to it, I'm really starting to get pissed off with Phil referring to his wife and Kat as a family. Do you have any idea why he does this? I used to think maybe it was because he wants to like laugh around as an adult, but I don't know. Like it's really, really starting to piss me off. Please share some new insight on this. Like I can't wrap my head around it. All right, thanks, guys.
Well, here's the thing about that. I'll go first here. It's okay to say that let's say you have a wife and that's your family, or you have a cat and that's your family. That's totally a okay thing to do in my mind. If it's whatever, family is whatever you think it is. However, what makes you upset, Jay O'Cornwall, and other people that makes it funny for me, I don't get angry. I think it's funny because he holds it like a badge of honor. That means he should be held higher than normal people because he has one of these things. That is a family. When, if your friend, let's say they have 2 hamsters and they say that's my family, and they talk about it normally, you would not make fun of them. Okay, cool. That's your family. Awesome, bro. Cool. But if that friend was also saying like, I have a family to support and I need your money to support them, that's when you start saying, hey man, that's actually moving into the realm of being an asshole. Right? So that's where I think you're getting angry, and where some of us don't like it is because he holds it like a badge of honor. That means I require more of your money because I have this magical thing that's called a family. And that's what I think everyone in the detractor space is. The issue is that, right? The issue is not that he has a family. It's that he holds it like this, I'm important because I have a family thing. And I'd like to hear you guys take first on that too. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, then he also uses it to elevate himself above you and shit on you as well.
Yeah.
Because not only is it like, oh, I have a family, so I have like all these responsibilities I have to provide for, or give them me money. It's then, I have a family. Do you know what it's like to have a family? Do you know what it's like to have bills and dependents? I have to provide for them. You don't know what it's like because you're an immature child living in your parents' basement. Yes. I run a household, so it's that he just uses it to sort of like elevate himself above you as well, when the reality is a family is defined by children. It's defined by you having a child. That's literally the definition, the actual dictionary definition of a family. And once again, it's an issue where Phil is like just obviously blatantly wrong and in denial about it. It's like, go check the definition of a family. And it's like, well, it says you need a child and you don't have one. You're a couple with a pet. But yeah, you've got the role-playing element of I need to be important, I need to look like I'm an adult, I need to look like I'm successful. There's all that sort of like insecurity tied into it. But then there's also I can use this to shit on other people. So yeah, it's that for me. It's when he raises himself above you and like elevates himself with it. It's
Yeah. I was going to bring up the the thing he said recently. Do you support a household? You know, where he's,
Yeah, do you operate?
Operate.
Yeah,
That's
operate
the
a
word.
household.
That's the right word. Yeah.
Yeah, like directly condescending to this one guy that questioned him or whatever it was.
It was, and it was just about reading. That's the thing. That came about when somebody asked him, "Do you have time to read?"
Oh yeah, that was it.
It's
Yes,
like
of
they were
course.
saying like snowboarding or something. It's like just fucking reading.
Yeah.
Crazy.
If they said something like, hey Phil, do you have time to snowboard every weekend? Then okay, I got to take care of a house. I can't do that kind of nonsense. We're talking about reading.
Also, shout out to Scott in chat who's pointed out those people literally support that household. So next time he has that, they can go, yeah, yours. Yeah,
yeah, we're operating your household, bitch. So yeah, once again, yes, the true definition of family is you have to have a kid. But if you want to call whatever you have your whatever you want to call yourself is cool. If it's a family, that's cool. But then you don't also have the right to say, hey, I have a family. Don't make fun of me. Give me more money. You're an asshole because you don't have this. That's the problem, right? That is the problem. And also, you might be careful. Don't want to call them creatures either, by the way. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I think it's sort of mostly that, and also that thing where like we always say, he's got so little else in his world that being able to say something like that is this huge badge of honor for him. I've said before, like it reminds me of a person I used to work with who just got a girlfriend, who just got into a relationship, and it was probably one of the first times they'd ever really properly got into this proper relationship, and you never heard the end of it, as though they were the first person to be in a relationship, and talked about all the little things that you do and don't ever mention, and it just kept coming up. And I feel like Phil's a bit like that, where he's not only like that with family, he's like that with grocery shopping, or putting away the grocery shopping, or sitting and bills. Yeah, exactly. Everything. Every little thing. It's like anything he can think of to talk about, because there's nothing else. There's literally nothing. I mean, just catching up with his stream from yesterday, he said on Christmas Day, he was, let me get this right. He said something about Callisto Protocol and then watching Cat playing Fallout New Vegas. And that was his, and that was when he was questioning whether or not he watched Christmas films. He just, they said, what Christmas, assuming you would, as you probably would, assuming he did watch Christmas films, they just said, which ones did you watch? And he made some really awkward joke about gore, and I don't even know what it was about. You'll see it, I'm sure, at some point.
Yeah.
And then said what he actually did, and it was just like Callisto Protocol, and and Cat playing Fallout, and I'm just like, geez.
But I mean, like even like a seasoned inveterate liar would be able to come up with something like.
I know.
December 26th or the 27th, and someone's like, "Hey, so over Christmas, did you watch a Christmas film?" You'd be able to think of anything. Yeah, I watched like the Muppets Christmas Carol. I watched Scrooged. I watched that one with Arnold Schwarzenegger where he's trying to get the toy in the last minute. Jingle All the Way. I watched. Just come up with something, and he can't even like put the energy into be creative with his lies anymore.
Yeah.
You didn't watch something, then just say, no, I didn't.
He asked what a Christmas that was. Also, don't forget, do you give presents? I'm 40 years old, okay? Get the fuck out of here. Presents? What presents? And 2 days later, I bought Cat a PS4. Whatever he bought, I forget.
It was an Xbox.
Xbox.
And I thought you were going to say as well, the which we haven't really talked about, the breakfast as well.
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, fuck.
The sad state of his food on Christmas Day.
Oh, God.
On paper plates.
On paper fucking plates, yeah.
Oh, fuck. It's Christmas. Like the one time you should actually be using the good china,
Guys, feel free to make fun of this. Feel free, Sam. Feel free, Steve, to make fun of this, okay? Feel free. You can't even put the effort in on Christmas. And all right, I could go on about this, but this is incredible. Yeah. You know that paper plates is a meme we make fun of, but this shows it literally is what they use for every fucking meal. And remember, he wants all your money. So he needs all your money to get tips go every fucking day. $50 a day. $50 of that every month is going to Costco to buy fucking these. So he doesn't have to wash up like a every human on Earth that's above the age of what, 13, 14? I don't know.
I think we can safely say that now because not only did we get breakfast, we saw Christmas dinner as well, and that was on paper plates. So
at least that was
every meal.
identifiable as food, though. That was a step up from his Thanksgiving meal, wasn't it? Thanksgiving slop.
Spread. Has to call it a spread. Has to be weird. Has to be weird about it.
The breakfast was a spread, wasn't it?
It was a
like
spread.
three
It was a spread.
waffles,
It was a spread.
3 sausages, and some scrambled eggs. And he was like, "Look at the spread," and it's like, "That's not a spread." Fucking full English is a
This
spread.
was a flex.
Steve,
this was a
Steve.
flex too, guys. This was a
Steve,
flex.
did your nan used to put out a spread? Like,
yeah, but not
Yeah.
like that.
that's all I need to say. You'd have
Full
your little
plate.
you'd have your little cheese and pineapple on sticks and things like that.
And
That's a
pickle
spread.
as well in the middle.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, we're not saying it looked bad. I'm not saying it looked bad at all, guys. It looked tasty, but that is a far cry from a spread. And to say that, feel free to make fun of the paper plates. Feel free to make fun of the paper plates. It's like.
Yeah,
I mean,
his
right,
breakfast.
First of all, sorry, but no, it looked edible. It didn't look nice. It looked edible.
Okay,
It was
yeah,
identifiable as food. But secondly, the fact that he's like, "Oh, we'll make fun. Feel free to make fun of the paper plates." That just shows you don't feel shame over that. You don't feel shame over the fact that you are 40 years old and you're putting out breakfast on Christmas Day on paper plates. And it's not even because it's Christmas and you're like, "Oh, we can't be asked washing up." This is a consistent thing. That's why it's become a point of mockery for us. You don't
Yes.
feel shame over the fact that you regularly use paper plates instead of doing the washing up like a fucking adult. It is
And
mad to
yes,
me, that.
we should say if anyone out there wants to use paper plates all fucking day, that's your prerogative. Cool, but you are also not asking your 20 fans to give you your income every week either, right?
Yep.
You can use your disposable income however you want if you make it without begging, okay?
Yeah,
but if
and-
your
and
job is begging
gloating-
your fans for money, you shouldn't be wasting money on paper plates. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and gloating continuously about how you're supporting a family and too busy and all the rest of it. You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Operating a household. Takes
operating
time.
it. Sorry, I can't.
Operating household.
I can't get
operating
that into my head.
Jasper.
Jasper.
People are saying that the breakfast looked nice and that it was door dashed like that.
Some people
there's-
say that too. That's a Theo theory. I don't know if I'm wholly on board yet, but do you think that looked too,
Yeah.
restaurant style to be real?
Yeah.
I think so.
That's either DoorDash or it's frozen. It's microwavable. One of the two.
Yeah.
Which is really sad when you can't even be asked to make scrambled eggs. Because I mean, come on, it's scrambled eggs, man. It's just eggs and milk. What the fuck are you doing?
Do you operate a dishwasher, Steve?
No.
God. And I don't know why we got this influx of food back. This is like, this is circa 2019 Phil Instagram. These food, the spreads again. So yeah. Okay, just want to be clear. We all of us are not making fun of the use of the paper plates in itself. The funny part is that he is playing poor while using paper plates for every fucking meal, including Christmas. Second, that breakfast is totally normal and totally fine. None of us would call that a fucking spread either. That's what an alien would do, and that's what he does. So let's just get that straight. I know some people are saying the breakfast looked fine. It did look fine. It's also not a fucking spread either. So, anyways. Next message, please. We're never going to get to all the messages again.
No, but that's fine. That's fine. Super Chuffer says, what else can he photograph in his life? And that just reminded me actually of something I saw on Twitter. Someone saying about how he uses a telephoto lens to zoom in on things so that lest he show the rest of his house off. Like he has to just...
Yeah, he has to get about an inch away from the stuff.
You can't expect him to learn what depth of field is.
The lens
seen
is
it in
kissing those
400
waffles.
games as an effect.
Gotta wipe off the syrup from the lens when he's done with that picture. It's so fucking
Yeah.
tight.
You could count the individual cat hairs on his new slippers.
You can
Like
see
you
the
got an old
individual
microphone cover.
You can see the individual sections of the ant, the abdomen, the thorax, the head. Oh god!
And here's where the direct capture card was, where Jasper sat in it.
Jasper was an all-star this year. Let's give it up for him.
His cover of like the comforter is like the bit where Jasper was sick. You could still see the stain because I had to clean it up an hour after he was sick because Cat didn't.
Yeah, you know why else he has to keep that picture tight? You can't show Cat on that picture. Hell no. Can't even show the outline of her.
Yeah, that was the kind of the point of what I was making is that he doesn't want to show off any of his house or Cat, of course.
Oh God,
because he doesn't want us to know what he's got going on, basically, because he can't cry poor if he's got a brand new TV hanging up or
another famous DSP thing he does. Of course, couldn't finish it though. Oh no, he couldn't finish that. What a spread! Couldn't finish it. We'll have leftovers for years. Yeah, right.
That was their one meal that they made.
Yeah, no, just eat it all, man. It's cool. No one's gonna say you're fat if you eat everything on your plate, dude. It's cool. He used to do that for DSP Tries It too. Remember, like, just get a pizza, like, oh no way we finish this whole thing. I could eat maybe one more bite. Yeah, right. Dude. Let's get real.
Burgers.
The moment the camera goes off.
That camera goes off, he instantly scarfs it down. I mean, it's nothing wrong with that every once in a while. Pigging out, dude.
Oh, hey, we've got some messages left, right?
Oh, yeah, all right. Hey, messages, all
right. Right. Anyway, yeah. Here's Logan.
What's up?
Hey, that being said, with Phil announcing that he's going to react to Super Bowl commercials of yesteryear for his next ad react thing, I can't help but thinking he's intentionally flirting with YouTube TOS as well as copyright law, because he's talking about reacting to the most sought after, most expensive ads in the world. And you have to know that those companies will come after him. He has to know that those companies will come after him almost immediately. He's going to get content ID'd, he's going to get claimed, and he's going to get struck. There's no way he's not. But I think my bigger theory and bigger thought to all of this is that he's doing this on purpose. We've seen this before. He did a similar thing with the Saints Row playthrough this summer. That dent hovered over the option at the beginning of his stream to turn off pop music on the radio, and he left it on and he said, let's see what happens, Snort. And then a couple of days later, he cried and told people they had to donate more because his ad revenue for his streams of Saints Row and his on-demand videos were getting blocked, and he wasn't getting anything to show for it. I think he's going to do the exact same thing when the Super Bowl thing comes around so that he can be a beggar without seeming like a beggar, because he can say, there's nothing I can do. What do you guys think? Big ups. Love everything you do.
Yeah. But the Saints Row was the best example of that. Because dude, he literally makes a few dollars on his videos anymore. Each individual video, I'm saying. So then he says, oh my God, I'm not getting anything on these playthrough guys. I need some extra help. And then he gets way more from donations. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket science to figure that out. However, I don't know about the playing ads, Steve. Is that against TOS when there are advertisements? Is that kind of copyright law or whatever? I don't know anything enough about that to say anything, but
I don't know enough either. But
Yeah.
I would assume that, because like my impression of ads at the Super Bowl is like, this is like the biggest like advertising opportunity ever. So
Yeah.
these like go beyond mere like ads that you'd see in between TV shows and become basically like little movies.
Yeah.
Or there's like at least a lot put into them.
Uh-huh.
So I would assume that a tighter grip is kept over them than your regular ads for like a Cadbury's Flake or a Budweiser or something like that.
Yeah,
the people
yeah.
who make like them ads are going to have, well, they're going to be copyrighted. There's going to be an ad agency. There's going to be a brand. There's going to be people that hold copyright, and whether he gets like kicked, I don't know, or his stream gets taken down. Definitely going to get claimed so that he can't make money off it, and he's going to use that to beg. But I don't know if he'd be, taken down in that way.
Yeah, we're going to find out, because everything he fucking does gets probably copyright stricken by everybody on the fucking earth. That all the detractors out there, probably every video he does now. I mean, I'm just guessing how people are. There's some detractors have a really out for striking everything he does. So I don't know. I think like it probably lessens the case when every single video he probably does gets struck by somebody. I'm guessing. I mean, it's just an idea. I don't know, but.
I think you might encounter. Have you ever heard of like copyright deadlock, when you've got multiple copyrighted things in a video that each have different owners, so all the claims sort of counter each other. So like if they like, you know, like Konami and Nintendo are quite bad for like claiming footage. So if you have something by Konami and something by Nintendo in a video, they will both claim it and try to claim the ad revenue, but because they obviously both can't claim the ad revenue, I don't know if that's still around anymore. It was a thing that you could do a while ago at least, but
Yeah.
so you might encounter that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think's going to happen, Sam? Anything? Probably not.
Well, he won't do anything, will he? I mean, I think he will use it, like I think Logan said. I think he will use it as kind of, you know, he'll get the pity party. So I don't know if he's consciously doing that, but I think once it happens, he's like, oh, you know, I can use this. You know, this will be a thing I can talk about. But yeah, no, there won't be any kind of, you know, what we can laughingly call post-production, I guess. There won't be any of that kind of stuff. The most he'll do is use YouTube's whatever it is they have to kind of cover up that kind of thing, you know, where you can kind of mute the video and it kind of makes the quality shit and all that. He'll do that. But any kind of manual stuff. I mean, you guys haven't caught up on the last couple of days, have you, with the hard drive stuff?
I haven't seen the streams of it, though. I've seen
I know what's happened, but I've
the Final Fantasy 13 playthrough and probably others, he's had offers to put them all together because he can't be asked to do it himself, and you should hear some of the excuses he's come up with. Like, you know, the file. Admittedly, the 10-minute videos are like nearly a gigabyte each, which is crazy. But
that's quite bad, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
there
must be
like,
ADIs.
It's like camcorder footage, though, isn't it? So, but anyway, yeah, that doesn't mean you can't load them each 10-minute clip into one line of a video editing program, and that'll be it. Render it out, done.
Please, not even editing anything.
No, exactly.
When you said editing software, that you're already too far.
I know, yeah. And he said that. He threw it straight
even
out.
Windows Movie Maker. Sorry, but even Windows Movie Maker would work for this. You would just upload and add each video until you reach like an hour or whatever. And
the minute you said computer, I think you went too far.
Yeah, yeah. But there's been all sorts, you know. So anyway, he's had, you know, offers from people saying, no, I'll do it for you. But then the excuses also come out because it would mean having to post the hard drives, and of course he can't do that because of the cost.
Can't post hard drive. Can't send a hard drive to somebody because it costs too much.
Send a USB stick then. Copy them over to a USB stick and send that. Oh,
you said copy.
Something.
You said copy. You went too far.
Yeah, we got too far.
That's the problem, isn't it?
Do it without actually getting it from it.
You need someone to DoorDash it. That's the only way you can do it.
Yeah.
DoorDash the hard drives.
Yeah,
the only thing I saw was from Detractor Beam earlier today, and I saw they were doing it like Phil actually had friends side Phil. We had friends over at his house, and he called everyone fags. I saw that part, and then someone said like, "You used a hateful slur," but Phil was like, "I didn't hear that. I don't, you know, that was how comedy was back then."
Yeah,
to be fair, it was, but he has to pretend to ignore hearing it. It's just funny.
That was it. It was when somebody called it gay whale gin. And he was like, why are you calling that? That's insulting and all that stuff. And it's like, mate, a couple of months ago, you were like, it's fine to say that. Like, I have a clip of it. I did a video about it. You said that. And now you're like, oh, well, that's insulting. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be mocking people like that. You shouldn't be using that word that way. Fucking you, man. So, yeah.
He always remembers everything perfectly. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's the other thing about all this Final Fantasy stuff, though. Or also the excuses for what he's going to have to do as well, which he seems like he wants to do. He's going to be uploading like 2 10-minute clips every day, or maybe on his day off, and he makes it sound like it's, you know, he makes it sound like it's work, where it's just. We've been over it a million times, but it's just you go on YouTube, you click upload or whatever, and it's not work, and it's crazy, you know. And also, as well, you you also have that Dark Side Phil thing where everything's in the wrong order. You get 2 things of that, and then you get the daily wrap, and then all of a sudden you're back to 2012
Guys,
again.
He can't get his fucking own videos in order for each day. You think he's gonna do any work for this? The first video you see every day is a fucking daily investment meeting. That's all it is.
Do you think that if he did like put them all together into one long one, they'd be out of order as well? You think he'd just be like chucking them in and not caring about like the file name or the date created, just chucking them in an order, and so it'd jump around.
Yeah. You guys asked for this. I did it. All right, guys. Here's part 47 of Final Fantasy 13. All right, guys. Here's part 2 of Congo or whatever. All right. Anyways, let's get to the next message. We got it. I definitely want to get to a few of them because we got some heaters coming. I know.
Who would you like to hear?
We have pushed divorce time, haven't we?
God, we have 30 we have 30 minutes left. So let's go to I'll spoil the name. Le Monsieur Derich.
Oh God, here we go.
Yes.
Right, let's do it.
Okay, I have to be quick. I'm hiding in the bin outside of the school, waiting to lick the little hands. Les little hands. Je suis Monsieur Derich en français. Mon ami, Monsieur Big Phil, Philly Grand. He is saying all the time he is not an entertainer for the children. He does not want to entertain them. I do not know why. You can lick their little hands. They are liking it. But if you were to put him into a TV show for the children, what show, what kind of children's entertainer would you make him be? You are not allowed to say Lazy Town. He is already very lazy. And my little Stephanie, she is mine. I can lick her little hands. Anyway. Bonjour, ça va? Oui, ça va bien.
French style.
TWO.
That Quebecois, Derich.
Just threw in all the French words he knew there at the end. The French style. Awoo, that was the best.
Le awoo.
All right, we have to ask the leader of the DWO if that's an official member of the DWO because I don't think that was. I think this might be a new upstart DWO member. So that was definitely quite the entrant there.
I think Derek's driving to Montreal. That's what it is.
Yes. So what children's TV show would DSP be a part of? I think was in there, but
Rainbow.
No Lazy Town.
Rainbow. I'd have gone for Blue Peter, which is a British reference, but you know they at least make you make stuff. They make you go out and do stuff. I think it would be good for him.
I'll say
I'd love
Barney.
to see you like trying to explain like one of the times because the Blue Peter is a kids' TV show and they have pets. They had like a cat and a dog, or like sometimes 2 dogs, and they had like a tortoise in the garden. And every now and then, you'd have to have like the episode where they're like, sadly, this pet has died, and you know we're going to look back over some of the things that we did with this pet, and we're going to have to tell the children this is a death. Look, Steve, like, yeah, the pet's dead. The cat's died. Not giving us
Jasper.
money.
That's the best. I'll say Barney. I don't know if you guys know Barney. Because it's kind of very similar. You know, big dinosaur kind of runs the show, tells people what to do.
Okay, then. Right. Sam, Mr. Blobby.
Oh, yeah.
This is like Americans and international people are all here, and the British people in chat are like, "Oh God, I'm having PTSD flashbacks." So yeah, Mr. Blobby's gonna be a good one.
All right,
Not strictly children, but yeah,
I'm all about this call. This French call was incredible. Thanks so much for that, Le Monsieur Derich. But yeah, let's get back to our regular scheduled messages. Sam, go ahead.
Okay. Let's hear from Kaiser. Excuse me.
Hello, sirs. During yesterday's completely unhinged rant DSP had about Secret Limited's top 10 worst moments of 2022, which, I mean, you should watch if you haven't already. It's fucking amazing. He said a bunch of funny stuff, but the funniest thing was in the end when he basically issued a challenge to detractors that we should, after we are specifically done with a checkup at the physicians, we should start talking about Phil, about how we are detracting. We should talk about what the detracting is and who Phil is. And he said that we would be surprised at the doctor's reaction, that it would be very negative. And I'm sitting there thinking like, yeah, Phil, because the doctor has something to fucking do. Like if I started talking about fucking anything, like if I started talking about the Hippocratic Oath and the history of the Hippocratic Oath to the doctor, like 30 seconds in, he'd tell me to get the fuck out of his office because he has other patients to see. And I think like I've seen main character syndrome being used as a term for solipsism, like a new term for solipsism. And I honestly think that it describes solipsism better than solipsism does. What do you guys think? Also, what's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Get this guy out of here. Fuck him. Ban his ass. Get this guy out of here. But he's definitely talking to you, Steve. Go ahead. What is that? What was he talking about there?
I've been told about this. Apparently, DSP said that all us detractors need to go and see psychologists and therapists, counselors, whatever, and say, like, you know, hey, this is Phil. I detract, you know, explain everything and see what the response is. And I really want Phil to do that because, like, if he goes to like a therapist or a counselor, they're not going to be like, right, okay, so tell me about like how crazy these detractors are. Wow, these guys sound really crazy. It's fucked up, the stress that you have to live in. You know, like he says happens every time he tells somebody externally about his life. They're going to be like, right, so what's your problem? Let's talk about you, because that's how that works. So yeah, I need to get like more into it. I've been informed about it. I've not seen it myself, but I need to like go and find the clip. And also, I'm not answering what I had for breakfast, dinner, tea.
Don't answer that.
Straight out banned. Get him out. Get him out.
What's up main character syndrome, though? What is that?
I just had to Google what solipsism is, and it's like the philosophical concept, idea that you only one's mind is sure to exist. So yeah, I guess I can see where the link is to main character syndrome, but it's like we've mentioned before. He's convinced that he is the main character in of the world, isn't it? I guess he's of everyone.
Oh yeah,
he's the center of it all. Yeah, so I agree.
Yeah, it's the sort of narcissism thing. It's basically a pop culture sort of way of describing, like, being the center of the universe. A narcissist's self-centeredness would be, you know, main character syndrome, because as far as, like, say, someone like Phil is concerned, he's the main character of the world. You know, it's all about him as far as he's concerned. So yeah.
But these things he does, these rants he goes on where he he tells people to go and see a psychiatrist. These really get to me. These ones, like these I don't know what it is. I guess it's just him being so sure of himself. It just there's something about the way he comes across where he's that patronizing or condescending or whatever it is that really gets under my skin. And not a lot does when it comes to this guy, but those rants he goes on, you know, where he's basically talking to himself as well as the other thing. He's like, you know, you should be saying these things to yourself, like you say, Steve. But yeah, sorry, I just it just went off.
No, I feel you, because it's like, of all the people to say that, it's Dark Side Phil. Like, you know, it's that for me. Like, who are you to say that everybody here detracting needs therapy when we're the ones that are more well adjusted? Like, of all the detractors that I've like interacted with since starting doing videos about Phil, the percentage of people where I thought you need like a little bit of help is way lower than the percentage of Phil's audience where I see him think you need help, and that's like excluding Phil. So of all people, the man who cultivated that audience is not one to say this group needs help. So yeah,
exactly.
Yes, to me as well, man.
Yeah, I mean, What about that? One thing Phil does is incredible. Like on that note of that Secret Limited did in that video was the reactions where no matter what the fuck is on the video, Phil says, "Oh yeah, that reminds me. What happened to me was." You know? It's like literally like one word comes out of Wing's mouth, and it's like, "Yeah, okay, let me pause this. Yeah, that's what happened to me too." It's like Jesus Christ, man. Not everything has to be fucking your comment. I love how they did the time. You know, Wing's video 1 hour. The react was 8 hours or whatever. You know?
Yeah, that was really good. That
fucking part. Oh god, those are the worst reacts in the fucking world, man. That is literal torture.
That was another example actually where Secret Limited had the clip of him watching or listening to Howard talking, and you could see the smirk on his face because he knew he was about to let go this this barrage of well, whatever you want to call it.
Owning
an attack.
Deflection or whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Oh, seeing that bit wound me up again so much though.
Yeah, God, that was
like
so.
How he went on Howard.
I like when Phil can't control it and kind of goes right at Howard. Like, usually he's saying like, all right, Rambo did this and Howard did this, but one time he's, Howard, why are you saying it? Howard. In that part, like, he just couldn't hold it in. He had to go right to Howard because Howard just got to him, And it was so fucking good. And then, again, everyone knows about when Phil, Rambo said, Phil was thinking $250 is good. Rambo comes up to him and says, I'll take 100. All right, 100. To your friend, to your only friend.
Yeah, and I think with Respect the Pact, where he didn't go to the meeting because he had the shits, and then he didn't reschedule, and oh my god,
it happens to all of us. Had to get the shits.
I have to give also another one where I have to give Secret credit for because what I edit is very minimal. Like I don't do much complicated stuff, and that's why every time I do have an opportunity where I think, I could chroma key something in here, or I could fuck about with this. I'll think of Secret's like the standard that I aim for. Yeah. So when they're when you're watching the video, you're not only appreciating the content, but you can appreciate the effort that's gone into editing. And it's an amazing choice there to have those clips where Phil is talking about I'm not a friend of yours, Howard. You don't have anything to do with this. You're not involved in this. With footage of the three of them sat on a sofa together while they're while they're doing Project 7, and it's like. It just shows you how much of a fucking hypocrite he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no effort. Come on. That was one great bit. And the bit where I was like, why has no one done this? To my knowledge, anyway, it was the end with the LolCal podcast, and he showed what it could look like.
Yeah, it looked like it was real. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was good. That was your hypothetical.
Yeah,
so good.
Which again is
I wonder who he stole that from. Which detractor?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not any working at all.
Oh my god, that's the literal biggest lie Phil tells is that Secret Limited puts the least work in of anybody. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? It takes 2 seconds of thought to see that Secret Limited just went nuts on that thing. Probably spent months making that video. Months.
Within the first minute, 30 seconds, there's what I can only imagine, kind of After Effects stuff with, where it almost looks like it's the backdrop of an awards ceremony or something, where you've got the clips of Phil are kind of look like they're on a stage or something. You've got the floor looks like it's a stage, and it's all the perspective. It makes it look like a camera's flying past. It's just fucking brilliant. And
as they're all moving that way. It's I'm watching this thinking, oh my god, the amount of individual file video files you've got running.
Oh my god. And I saw someone ask why wasn't the Scorn thing in there? And I'm guessing that kind of stuff wasn't in there because I bet it starts being made in October. You know what I'm saying? Minimum. I bet it might be earlier than that. You got to start putting that together,
Well, you got to imagine that they're clipping stuff throughout the year, and because random stuff of this podcast, and it's like, well, you're not going to remember that. It has to happen surely at the time. There's got to be some work going on.
Yeah, that's a great point too. By clickbait there, a Twit Right Race. What about this? The down the rabbit holes? Weren't they using clips from us and from all the other detractor content? What about them? That guy's cool though. He's a legendary video maker. But Secret Limited is stealing and puts no work in, puts no effort in. Yeah.
It's
makes sense.
Adolescent levels of trying to find any kind of.
Sir Moist too. Yeah, Sir Moist should have been there. But go ahead, Sam. Yeah.
Well, I think that's another thing where it's like quite late on in the year, and also you've got to say like how much, because this, like we found out the other day that this could have been 20, 30 different things. Surely there was a lot this year.
Yeah, Super Chipper has a point as well. He can't even be asked to edit a short.
You can't. No, Steve, you didn't know this. You have to use your phone for that. You can't do that.
Right. Okay,
yeah. If you would have used professional editing software, those guys they're not doing what the system is designed for.
Is that cheating? That's cheating. Gaming the system.
Yeah, gaming the system. So please get the shit out of here, Steve.
Right.
Stick to the books. Come on. All right, next one, Sam. Come on, let's get a few more in here.
Book smart, not street smart.
Yeah.
Okay. Ganji Kid.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Hi, it's Ganji Kid, the Super Chuffer. So, Phil found some old hard drives. He's been going through them live on stream, and I thought, fucking hell, this is dangerous. With old videos including anything from a back-in-the-day Street Fighter pizza party, including John Rambo and homophobic slurs, plus a still-yet-to-be-repeated trip to the zoo, it seemed like we were playing MP4 roulette. But where was the bullet? The slurs? Phil brushed them off with the old, that's how we all talk back then excuse. So my question is, Phil sees a video. It's just innocently labeled Phil's video. He opens it live on stream and behold what? What were you most hoping he would be accidentally opening? What would be the worst best thing to see him find live on stream in the Lost Videos hard drive saga? Be good.
Okay.
Linkin Park num.exe. Something like he immediately crashes his computer.
I would say obviously Leanna related would be the coup de grace there. We did see the lore there. You ever seen the desktop picture? There is a very pixelated looks semi-nude Leanna picture out there.
I was thinking of the one where he's like desktop. He's just completely covered in icons.
Oh yeah, but in some video you can see there's a very pixelated JPEG that looks like a Leanna laying on her side there. But a video of that would be the best, right? Like he has to react to it, has to do something. That would be what I think would be the biggest fun for us. I'm saying to find, But what's your take, Sam?
Mine was going to be a less good version of that. To be honest, I was just going to say the incident.
Steam Sam says Officer Sanders.
Officer Sanders. You had a folder like business stuff. You click it open, it's Officer Sanders.
I don't think he'd risk opening something that he doesn't know what it is, because every React that he's had has been pre-screened. He's had his notes, he's done his research, he knows what's coming. So if he was going through hard drives, he'd know, like, oh, I don't know what that is, I don't remember it. Avoid it just in case. So we'd have a quick look through and go, oh, Fallout 3 playthrough. Oh, this Call of Duty thing. Oh, there's that Mirror's Edge or whatever. I'll play them and know that, they're at least safe enough. They're not going to be anything incriminating. So yeah, I don't think he'd accidentally click and open up some gold dust.
Sean Gonzalez, I want to see Leanna naked. Someone tell Chew. That's not true. I don't need to see Leanna.
Yeah, you're a cat man.
Yeah, I'm a cat. I'm a Chaos Realm fan. I want to get a logo on a shirt or something.
Is their Twitter still active? Do you know?
No, it's not active. I follow it.
I thought you'd be following.
I'm on top of that. Don't worry. Figuratively speaking. All right. Anyways. Guys. Okay, one more message. Then we got to get to our answers for our theme park question.
Oh yeah,
a long time ago, but we got some nice hot ones going there.
I will quickly say though, I am almost impressed that he still has all this shit backed up. And I know it's probably just laziness, like rather than overwriting something, he just buys a new hard drive or whatever it is. But I don't know, there's something moderately impressive about the fact that he still has all this unseen stuff.
Well, I've spoken before about like digital hoarding, which is a thing that's becoming more and more of an issue for people because you just don't delete stuff. I've got pictures dating back to like 2003. So
I've got tons of shit.
Yeah.
That's because well, here, guys. Here's the real reason. It's easier to keep than to delete, right? Like, you know, Phil takes the path of least of resistance for everything in his life, so it's easier just to keep it than to delete it, right? Like, I can sort it out later. I'll just keep it, you know?
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, and later never comes. Like my folder where I've got like all the clips of Phil that I've caught like reusing over the years. It's fucking huge. It's taking up like about 200 or 300 gigs of my hard drive, and I'm like, I need to sort it so that I've got the ones that I, you know, moments like memes and things, and I've got rid of the ones that are just, oh, that was for that video, don't need it anymore. But I've not got around to it. It's still all there. So
me too. Just build up, and I search for the same exact thing 500 times. You know, I need to get that exact. I need to get that exact voice clip. I probably have 10,000 copies of it. You know.
The majority of stuff on the hard drives on my computer is Phil stuff, to be honest. but that's my problem, is that I go for like I want to be secret limited in that I'm going for like top quality, so I'll download like the whole best quality version of what I can find, and it'll be the entire stream, which I'll then take 2 seconds of. So there's a lot of full streams on my fucking computer. Anyway, one more then, yeah.
Yeah, one more. Then we'll do that.
Let's find out what 2KJ's got to say.
Okay, good.
Hello, that being said podcast.
Oh.
It's me, Jasper Kitty. Daddy is out buying treats for me and mommy on his day off X3. Please help. I showed you his phone. He plays with it more than me. Oops. I gotta go now.
Oh my god. That was the best, dude.
Jasper,
replay. That was so good.
We get like one replay an episode and we're fucking using it here.
That was awesome.
Hello, that being said podcast. It's me, Jasper Kitty. Daddy is out buying treats for me and mommy on his day off X3. Please help. I showed you his phone. He plays with it more than me. Oops. I gotta go now. Big ups.
Jasper. Dude, I'm making it short for that. That's too good.
I didn't catch the Phil clip in the background the first time.
Phil, Jasper. What? Oh,
Jasper.
Man. Whoever said that, you are a fucking legend, man. The only name you put is 2KJ, and I appreciate that too, to keep the joke fully in there. You're a legend, my friend. You are a legend.
So good. This fucking community, man.
I know, God. You know, my best idea ever was this show idea to say people call in. I'm going to take credit for this because it gives people the chance to make us look funnier because people send awesome shit to us. It's awesome, man. God, you guys are awesome.
We're only as funny as the community.
Exactly. I have so much fun on this show, man. It's incredible. But speaking of fun, let's get to our question of the week to find any more gems in here. So the question exactly was, Sam, go ahead, read the question, please.
Okay, if DSP's house was a theme park, what are the names of some of the rides? And
I see a good one.
Got a fucking lot of them.
I saw a good one. Just going straight to hell.
Let's go.
You're going straight to fucking hell. Whoever wrote this one. Oh, I know who it was. Zach.
You say it then, because I'll probably miss it.
Okay,
I've got it.
This is not my words, Susan, or anyone else out there. Anyone judging me? T's Slaughterhouse.
Oh, God. Oh.
Can't top that, really.
Oh, God. All right, there's some more good ones, though. Tyrone's Wild Ride.
Hey.
Let's see. It's there's a few. God, that's so fucked up, man. Let's see. Okay. I'm trying to find the gems here. So please.
Yeah. 6-star Hogan coaster, the downward spiral. I kind of like this Cat's Break Room, $25 per paper plate you break. That's
Oh, the Panda Dropper. Leave her on the street and give her a pill. That's a good one.
Sorry, that's fucking brilliant.
Oh,
Black Friday parking lot bumper cars, stupid idiot drivers.
That might be the best. That might be the best. Who is that? That was incredible. Give him a shout
That was
out.
Candy Sheiks.
Oh God. Oh, that's a good one, Ganjikin. Post nasal rapids. Wild rapids.
Oh, there's got to be something like a Burger King shootout alley or something like Burger King shoot up alley.
Oh yeah. Burger King sauce slide or something. Yeah.
The Chicken Dipper.
Yeah. Burger King alley. Try not to get shot up. Yeah. All right, you guys are legends, man. Thanks so much, guys. That was awesome. That'll be the show for today, though. We will see you tomorrow for a legendary end of the year style show, New Year's special style show with the one and only Larry Bundy Jr., arguably our biggest guest ever, some would say. Baby Heel versus Baby Gaming, of course, is up there too. But Larry Bundy Jr. is a legend. Can't wait to have him on. This is an old style tractor for sure. I mean, decades old.
Man was there.
He was there in the beginning, right? When Phil was on the way up, he was there. That's going to be a lot of fun to talk about the history of DSP and everything. We'll be here tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9:30 GMT time. Final words. Let's go to you first. Cerebral style host, Steve of the Dead. Go ahead.
Thanks, everyone.
Stole your bit. Finally, dentist style host, Sam. Go ahead.
Burger.
See you tomorrow, everybody.
Burger.
Oh, they are old bubbles, by the way.
Oh, bubbles, yes, bubbles.
Bubbles.
Bye, everyone.
Silly things we do.
I actually don't think clicking like on a live stream helps at all. So it really doesn't matter if this stream gets 100 likes or 2. I don't think it affects it.
To the one and only, the big cat, the fat cat. Big ups.
I first saw you in Burger King. You took 2 seats, cause that ass is way too big. Had a boyfriend, I realized, but you told him lies with your raccoon eyes. The DoorDash is here. Wipe away your tears. Got you extra fries, and they taste just right. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Take you power walking on the beach, feasting on some sushi like you were the queen. Let me run some errands while you sleep. I can watch you play Skyrim all day this week. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes.
In reality, like I tell you guys, every day when I wake up, that's the best day of my life. I feel like this next day is awesome. I have a beautiful wife who I love so much. She loves me and a family, and Jasper, and the things we get to do together. I definitely want more time with them and more family time. But I absolutely love my life today compared to how it used to be. Seriously, All those years back then, you'd be like, it's a whirlwind of crap. It was me. And by the way, I've told you guys about my past. I used to drink way too much. I would be drinking constantly, all the time, because I was so stressed out. Honestly, when I started with this whole thing, I was depressed many years ago, a decade ago. I didn't like my life or anything. Basically, liquor was the way to kind of get through that. It was, I hate my life. I hate who I am. So let me just drink it all away and just keep pumping out fucking YouTube videos. I don't have to do that shit anymore. Like, I'm happy with who I am. Jasper!